We have our legislative session that will start in January in Georgia, and we have already, as a state association, approved our 2016 legislative priorities. Those are going to be posted on our website and distributed to our members this month. And in those priorities, we kind of outline some standard language that we have from year to year, but we've also included some additional things that we're going to focus on for this next legislative session. Membership in GACTE and ACTE is extremely important so that we are able to provide a unified front and that we speak collectively as a voice in Georgia. And so membership is an extremely important component of also what we're going to focus on in 2016. We need that voice at the state capitol. We need that voice at the federal capitol to help us make a difference with advocacy. Well, obviously, we spend a lot of time helping to shape the message and the goals for CTAE in Georgia. The A is for agriculture, and we're unique in that we have CTAE. But we are trying to make sure that we're everywhere we need to be. So whether that's forging partnerships with the chambers of commerce in our state, economic development, whatever business or industry group that it might be, that's what our association, what I spend a lot of my time doing. And one of the things that we're going to be focusing on this year during the legislative session in Georgia is school counseling. A lot of people might ask, well, why is the Career and Technical Education Association worried about school counselors? But we realize that school counselors are an important part of the success of CTE. And so for them to be successful is also for us to be successful. And so we've been working with the Georgia School Counselors Association in making sure that we are talking and dialoguing and also helping them with their agenda, which is basically to help raise awareness for the fact that school counselors in most cases are pulled in a million directions, and they're uniquely qualified and trained due to their education and the training that they've received for the school counseling positions they have. They're trained to advise students on college and career issues and readiness. Unfortunately, in many cases, they don't have the ability to do that important advising that students need because they're doing a lot of other things, whether it's scheduling tests, scheduling immunizations, student records, important things, but maybe not necessarily the best use for a school counselor. And so that's one thing that our association is very interested in helping to raise the awareness of, is how can we help our school counselors, our colleagues and our partners in this, how can we help them be better at the advising piece, and especially as it relates to the career component, making sure that students are informed of the decisions that they have, and especially, of course, as it relates to us, the CTAE choices that they have in Georgia. We want them to have that opportunity, and so we recognize school counseling to be an extremely important component of that in our state. Well, the theme for this year's summer conference is Preparing Tomorrow's Earners Today. And the three things that we're going to be focusing on is collaboration, motivation, and innovation. And so the goal with this conference will be to provide a venue where CTAE educators in our state have the opportunity to share best practices from what's going on in their school systems, and also hear from the business and industry community in Georgia about the workforce need, about anything that pertains to helping our teachers prepare CTAE students and all students to be ready for work. That is the end goal, whether they go on to the University of Georgia or Georgia Tech or Mercer, wherever it might be, whether they go into our technical college system, or whether in reality, as many students do, enter the workforce straight from high school. We want them to be ready for that, and of course, career technical and agricultural education is how we do that in Georgia.